Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm Chanina. Hey girl, hey. So, I'm on my way to work. I'm actually here. I'm just in a different parking lot because I don't feel like sitting in front of my job. I call myself trying to be proactive and beat traffic, but when I got on the highway, traffic had cleared up. So now I'm here 15 minutes early. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, how are you guys doing today? I feel a little bit more rested than yesterday. Yesterday I was tired, but today I was able to sleep, get some little cat naps in because I didn't do any deliveries today. Gas is way too high. I'm almost $4 a gallon for gas and I get regular gas. It's ridiculous. High gas, high groceries, high bills. Like, what else is gonna, like, girl? Okay, but anyway, yeah, I just didn't want to do it. I just did not want to ride my gas out today and then have to replace it with whatever I would have made today. So I just took cat naps today to kind of rest up a little bit. Olivia had a drill meet today. It was her last one. And I'm not sure how they did. They ended up leaving before the award ceremony because I think one of the students have a job, so they be having to leave early. But she didn't march today. This was the first time she didn't march, because she said there was too many of them and they only needed a certain amount of people to march, and so a few of them had to sit and just watch. And but she said she felt like they did pretty good. So if they do go to like the nationals, I think, or the finals, one of the two, I think that takes place in Florida. Now how I feel about that, I'm not really sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm not gonna turn around the camera, but okay, yes I am. Hold on. Okay, y'all see these two cars right here, the silver one and the burgundy one. So the burgundy one was going through the parking lot in the right, and then this silver car right here with the door open, they got the smoke coming out of it. They was cutting through the parking lot the wrong way and ended up hitting the burgundy car. So yeah, wow, that's crazy. Okay, but yeah, so what was I saying? That distracted me. Oh yeah, but I don't know how I feel about that though, because Olivia has never been out of town by herself without either me or her grandparents. So I don't know. I mean, I hope they do win, of course. I'm not no hater, but I'm just saying it is gonna feel weird knowing that she's out of town and I'm not able to be with her, and my parents aren't able to be with her either. So we'll see. You never know how it will go. Everything may actually be okay, and maybe I'm just overthinking it as a parent. But yeah, so I'm pretty proud of her for that. She stuck it out. JROTC, she's been in this her second year, so she's sticking it out. I haven't heard her say she didn't want to be a part of it anymore. So I think she's gonna stick with it throughout high school. We'll see. A couple days ago she went to the University of Georgia and she was a little bit disappointed. Now, of all the parking spaces in this, all the empty parking spaces in this parking lot, you had a park right next to me, girl, and I'm right over here by myself. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, they recording. They got tripods and cameras and everything, girl. That's how stuff be getting on social media. Okay, but yeah, so she was a little bit disappointed about the field trip because they didn't get a chance to actually tour the campus, and that's what she was really looking forward to, is touring the campus. So she went to visit the University of Georgia, which is in Athens. So Georgia State University is downtown Atlanta. So she was in Athens the other day. She came back with some college goodies. So I'm so happy for her. She has her own little teenage life and stuff, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, so I have a quick question, y'all. Look at my face. Look at my face and tell me, how old do you think I am? Like, honestly, go back to some of my videos and just kind of study my face a little bit, and I want y'all to tell me, how old do y'all think I am? For those that know how old I am, just pretend like you don't and tell me, if you would have seen me in person, how old would you think I was? Because I thought I had escaped being assumed as the daughter of my husband. Like, girl, I went to pick him up from dialysis, and there was this man there, and my husband came out the door, and he was all smiling and stuff, and I wanted to know what the joke was. And so I was like, what's up, man? And so he was like, well, dude asked me, was you my daughter? And I was like, oh my gosh, not here we go again. And I said, so what'd you say? He was like, no. I started laughing and was like, that's my wife. So that's why I'm laughing. I'm like, oh, okay. Bruh. Let me tell you something. When he first got diagnosed with his condition and everything, or things first started happening before he was initially diagnosed, every time we met a new doctor, a new nurse, a new whoever in the medical field, healthcare field, for the first time, they would assume that I was his daughter, and I would always have to correct them and be like, no, I'm his wife. And it would just make that moment feel awkward, like every single time. And I thought I had escaped that, because I know I have somewhat of a youthful look to me. Apparently people think I'm younger than what I am, so that's what I'm going by, because when I look in the mirror, I don't look that young to me. But you know, I get that a lot. People think I'm younger than what I am. That's why I get talked to, crazy girl. But yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, I thought I had escaped that, because I hadn't had anybody ask me that in a minute, or had said that statement in a minute, thinking that I was his daughter. Ew. Gross. Like, bruh, I know I don't look that young. So, okay, so now that y'all have commented in the chat how old y'all think I am 44. I'll be 45 this year. I mean, I really don't know what to say, what a 44-year-old is supposed to look like, but I don't feel like I look any younger. You know, that's just me, because when I look in the mirror, I see the lines and the differences in my face and all that. But I don't know, like I said, to other people, when they're meeting me for the first time or whatever, they assume that I'm younger than what I really am. So if you have somebody that you care for and you go to doctor visits with them, your wife, have you ever been mistaken for the daughter? Let me know down in the comments. Chat with y'all later. Okay, afternoon. It's Monday. So I've got an idea. Hear me out. Last week I bought this rack at the thrift store with the intentions of using it as a spice rack. I all week have been thinking about this spice rack and the small dilemma that I have. Okay, so here's the thing. Hold a second. What our democracy has contracted to. And we need to learn from that past if we're going to prevent further contraction in the future. Mr. President, I fear we're on the cusp of falling into a trap our ancestors sprung 100 years ago. You see, my great-great-great-grandfather... Okay. So the dilemma that I have with this spice rack is, first of all, I was really hoping that it would fit on the closet door, because that's really what I want. I really want one that I can put on the closet door, shut the door, and it's out of sight. But then I was given a good idea about hanging it on the wall. And I've been looking at the vision, been thinking about it. And then one day, out of the blue, something said, I wonder what it would look like in the closet. So my dilemma was hanging it. Okay, so here's the thing. I love the idea of hanging it on the wall in the kitchen. However, the only thing that I'm nervous about is if it's going to be there permanently or not. Because I have this thing where months from now, I might change my mind and I might want to move it. And I didn't want to screw it in because it actually came with screws to hold it up. So I bought these, which are some adhesive Dollar Tree hooks, and now I'm a little skeptical because I've bought these before when we first moved here, and I caught myself using it in the bathroom. I peeled it off and it peeled off the paint, and it's the same kind of paint that's in the bathroom is in the kitchen. And not only that, if I use the screws and I decide to move the rack, now I've got 4 holes in the wall. Okay. So anyways, back to what I'm thinking now. So one day I was like, oh, I wonder what this would look like in the closet. I also said, will it even fit the door? Because the pantry door is narrow. Y'all know this. It fits on this door perfectly. Okay? But I'm not planning on putting it on the outside, and I honestly think this is what I'm about to do, like literally, and I'm just going to continue to hunt for the spice rack that I actually want that'll actually fit on the pantry door. Here's what I was thinking about doing. This is my closet. Okay, so it has like my tissue, laundry stuff, hair stuff, all the things, whatever. What if I did this number right here, right? Y'all see the vision? Okay, so I put it right here, and this can actually free up these two. Okay, hold on. I need more than 2 hands to do all that. Okay, so we're going to put that down. But this will free up a little bit of space because I want to get back into stockpiling, right? I told y'all this at the beginning of the year. We were working on our kitchen, so now we're focusing on the other stuff. Okay, so the idea is to take this rack, take this basket. I've got 2 baskets full of like medical stuff, healthcare stuff. So band-aids, gauzes, face masks, gloves, stuff like that. So I could take this basket, take something like this, stick it like that. What you think? And not only will it free up 2 baskets and create a little bit more space down here, because I might actually put something else in those baskets, or I might take those baskets and put it somewhere else. I don't know. But right here, it'll be easy to find for the hun if he needs a face mask or if he needs some band-aids or whatever. It'll just be right here. He won't have to go looking through the bucket. And yeah, so just lightweight stuff because I still don't want to use the screws. And with this door, I don't think any paint is going to peel off. It's a different type of paint. It's not that glossy paint. It's not that glossy paint. And I'm not putting anything heavy on it, so it may or may not work with these hooks. I don't know. They didn't have the, what is it, the 3M brand at that particular Dollar Tree location. And these hooks are, it say holds up to 3 pounds. I don't know. If I use the screws, then pretty much there's no moving this rack. It's just going to be right here, right? And I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if I will be able to even get the screws in. And I don't want to use the thumbtacks because that'll be dumb. Those would definitely not hold it. Let me see something.
My goodness, Avis, how the hell I
got my nifty toolkit. Let me go get the screws. I probably should have been more prepared. I just want to test something out really quick. I want to see if these screws are even going to screw in. They come with 4 screws, and then it's got these things that go into the screw, or that goes in, well, okay, let me just show you. So it's got these little things that you hammer in, and then you screw the screw into this, right? But you're screwing this on so that the rack hooks on. So let me just see something. Got my toolkit. Well, you know what? I really don't even need the screws in here because I'm just testing. Because I'm not going to hang this up right now. I actually need another set of hands to do it, to make sure that it's lined up straight. Okay, so did a little test and it didn't really budge. If I went bam, it'll probably break the door. I don't want to break the door. It's not like we're getting our deposit back when we move forward. I don't want to tear up the door. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go with the hooks and just pray that the hooks hold this thing up. Okay. All right, we're back. So I did have to make a store run. I thought I timed this just right. I still have to go pick Olivia up from school. I still got a little bit of time left. I thought once I went to CVS to pick up some prescriptions, went inside Kroger, that I would be like right on time for me to swing by the school. But it all works out because of what I picked up. It worked out that I had to come home first. So just some hodgepodge things for the week. We've got stuff, you know what I'm saying? We've got stuff, so I didn't have to get a whole lot, but we were running out of some things. So bread, I've got one bread that's in use. I have no bread that's in the freezer. This was $2.49, so that's going to go in the freezer. Olivia has been asking for juice, but she does not want apple juice. And that's all I pretty much have been trying to stick to. It's just 100% juices versus the juice cocktails. Because the juice cocktail mixtures, or beverages rather, those aren't 100% juice. It's probably got about maybe 10% juice in it, and then the rest of it is other stuff. So because of my husband's diet, I rarely now buy any juice cocktail juices. So with that being said, 100% juice is typically going to be a little bit more in price, but I try to find one that's at a reasonable price. This one was $3.99, so that's what I picked up. We've got 100% cranberry juice, grape juice, cranberry grape juice. Apple juice is, to me, in my opinion, as far as juices that are 100%, apple juice is always going to be the cheapest. There's always deals on apple juice. There's always coupons on the Kroger digital app for apple juice. But Olivia is tired of apple juice, so that's what we got. Okay, so she's been eating on that cereal that she asked me for. She picked up 3 boxes of cereal a while back. So we've got like a little bit of milk left. So I got her some more milk so that she can eat some more cereal. last night for dinner, I made spaghetti and we ran out of the grated cheese. I didn't realize that I only had a little bit. And I don't know about y'all, but I like putting grated cheese on my spaghetti. I also like putting shredded cheese on my spaghetti, but I didn't get any shredded cheese. I just got the small thing of Parmesan cheese because we have leftovers, so that's what it's going to be for dinner tonight. That was $2.19. The milk was $1.99. I got a 2 liter of ginger ale. Y'all, if you're on a low sodium diet and you're looking for a soda to drink, ginger ale is your girl. It's low. See, very low sodium and it's caffeine free. So I always try to keep ginger ale. Does it go fast? Yes, but I try to keep it around anyways. Okay, over there by the creamer, y'all, the last bottle of that caramel lactate creamer that I bought, I had to toss it. I had to toss it out because the other morning I poured some in my coffee and it came out kind of like water, and it had my coffee looking a little different. Like it was brown, but it had like this weird, it just didn't look right to me. And so I tasted the coffee, and the coffee itself tasted like water even after the creamer. And y'all know the creamer had that caramel flavor. So I was like, okay, well, what is the date on this? So I found the date. It was on the cap, and it was March 22nd. Well, it's about to be April. So yeah, I had to just toss it on out because with stuff like that, creamers and things, I already don't like milk. So when it gets past the best by date or the expiration date, even if there's a lot in the milk, the gallon or whatever, I just toss it because I can't. Girl, my stomach. So I ended up buying that day, that same day, I ended up getting a little bottle of half and half. But when I was over there checking to see if they had any more markdown lactate, they did. But those dates were March 22nd as well. And then out of curiosity, I went to find the actual I went over to the actual creamer section to see how much the original price is before it was reduced. And those creamers are $6. Girl. Anyway, okay. I found this creamer, okay? Horizon Organic, Simply Crafted, Real Dairy Creamer made with 4 ingredients. I did check the ingredients, so we are good to go on this. It doesn't have any oils in it. It was reduced for $2.09. Okay. Pineapple, got the honey pineapple, $3.49 for that, but it's a juicy one. Got some more Valentina hot sauce. It was on sale for $1.79, so we got that. We are out of hot sauce, and y'all know the crew puts hot sauce on almost everything. We are low on lunch meat, and y'all know Hun takes sandwiches for Dallas's, so I gotta get him some lunch meat. He only has a little bit of turkey meat left, so they had this. And this was the only pack. I was looking around to see if maybe there was just a random reduced pack mixed in with the other ones, with the ham and the turkey and all that. But there wasn't any. So, darn, that sucks because I would have got like 3 of these because the original price is $6. So for $2.10 for some rotisserie seasoned deli chicken breast, not bad. And it's 100% natural. It's the Hormel natural brand, so not bad because this lunch meat, you don't get a whole lot in here and it's kind of expensive. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, so at my Kroger, they had in the frozen vegetable section, there was only 3 vegetables that were tagged for 88 cents for sale. All the other ones were regular price. I don't know why. I have no idea. Let me know if it's like that at your local Kroger. But it was the broccoli, the mixed vegetables, and the frozen green beans, but the cut green beans. Those were the only vegetables in my store that were tagged for 88 cents. And like I said, all of the other ones were regular price. So we need frozen vegetables. I have green beans, I have corn and all that, but I don't have any broccoli. Y'all know broccoli don't come in a can. So I picked up 2 bags of the frozen broccoli cuts. The frozen broccoli florets were not part of the 88-cent sale. Right? Okay, anyway, so I got 2 bags of the broccoli cuts and 2 bags of the mixed vegetables. I haven't bought mixed vegetables in a while. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, let me get 2 bags of that. I needed some foil. And Olivia, last night she asked me, to take her to Publix when I pick her up from school today because she wants some strawberry crunch ice cream. I don't feel like going to Publix. That's out the way. There's nowhere. I mean, I just don't feel like it, okay? So I was in Kroger trying to find strawberry crunch ice cream. And Breyers sells strawberry shortcake ice cream for like $6. That was a no-go. So then I went down to the ice cream bars and I ran into this strawberry shortcake bar. She's saying crunch cake, same thing. In my opinion, just my personal opinion. I don't know. Anyway, so, okay. Here's what I thought was funny about this, because this is the Kroger brand and this was $3.49. They had the Good Humor brand and that was almost $6. It was like 5 something and you only got 6. But guess what? It was a frozen dessert. I've started paying more attention to the fine print when it comes to ice cream because I saw something that made me aware that not all ice cream is created equal. There's ice cream and then you got a frozen dessert product. The Good Humor brand that costs more with less ice cream bars in it is a frozen dessert. I was looking at the box and I didn't even see anywhere that said ice cream anywhere on the box advertised. Whereas this, on the other hand, even though it's artificially flavored, all the things, it is frozen ice cream bars. You get 8 of them and it was $3.49. Isn't that crazy? So because she's been asking for it or whatnot, I'm not trying to go to Publix. So hopefully she appreciates this. So that's her treat. That's the Hun's treat. Needed some aluminum foil. Didn't feel like going to Dollar Tree to get it. So I got it while I was there. That was $1.99. And for Mom's treat, this is what I ran into over in the clearance section. It was a mess over there. They just threw a bunch of stuff over there and it's not organized. But I did spot these though. So this is a good thing for me for here when I want to snack, because I've started to create my own, let me whisper, my own personal snack stash. The snacks that I don't want to share, the snacks that I don't mind sharing stays in the kitchen. But the ones that I do mind sharing, I got started a little stash in my room. So these are going to go in my room. Okay. I've never seen these before. These are called Twigs Craft Pretzels, Smooth Cheddar Ranch. They had another box that it was empty though. That was sour cream and onion. I wish they had some because I would have got one of each. But they were $1.57. They were $1.57, and these are going to be my at night snacks, and I can throw some of these in a sandwich bag and take them to work because, y'all, I work at a fast food restaurant and most of the food is fried food, right? And we have to pay for our food even though we get half off, but sometimes I don't be wanting to eat all that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just be wanting something outside of where I work. Okay? Y'all, and they had me on, I worked 6 days this week. Like, I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow and then I work the rest of the week. But last week, this past week, I was only off on Tuesday, girl. Okay, anyways, let me put this stuff up. Let me go get Olivia and then we're going to have her help me with the spice rack situation. It don't be sitting up all hard with that cereal bowl right there. All right. Belly away. Mom.
Okay.
What's that?
It's 5 sentences, but I want to make it longer.
What Alright, hold on. Yeah, you read it. Make sure your school ain't on the front of this. I can block it out. I'm exhilarated to be participating in the early common tool program. Olivia. Did you just
Don't hit me on the booty.
what's all wrong with you?
It's them pretzels.
It is. Oh, and they almost gone.
You ate all the pretzels.
I'm good. All right.
Now, so,
Like this. All right. So that's that side. So now. Are we even? Now, take this off. Alright, so here, peel this side off. While I hold that. Whoop!
Mom, what's for dinner?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Where did it go? No, where did it go?
Alright, so before I stick it, you tell me if it's even.
Up more. It's gonna be up more. Okay, go down more. Wait, up more. Okay, stick it. Here, Mom, come here.
Hold on, I
Let me
need
think
to.
it up.
Oh,
You need to here.
yeah, for the bottom, for reinforcement. Okay, that looks good. How do you think it looks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Where the other two Google? Because I don't want it to just be hanging on by those two bits. Let me put some down here. Like so. Like that.
Are you even gonna put on this rack?
I'm gonna put some on.
Mom, you know that little.
Alright, you can have cat. Cat now.
Are we good?
Yeah, we good. I just needed
No.
help with it.
Are we gonna use organized?
Oh, what are we gonna put with organized?
I'm able. Alright. I'm able to balance my academic world and my extracurricular activity world.
Okay.
This is very hurting.
So you should say. So last I am. You could say last organization and time management. Are something that I practice in my everyday life, being able to manage or being able to create a balance between work activities and extracurricular activities. Okay, what are we thinking so far? I've got 4 of the hooks up. I had Olivia stand here and kind of tell me if it was even and balanced and everything. And I think we're going to be okay. I've got 4 of the hooks, so that's 1 pack. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe I I should do the other pack and do 2 here and 2 here, because I've got 2 here and 2 here. And if I ever want to take it off, all I gotta do is just take it off like that. If I need to clean it, which I had to really clean this thing. It looked dirty when I picked it up, but I didn't know how dirty it was until I started cleaning it, y'all. I had sprayed it with some bleach, multi-purpose spray. Then I ran out of that. And then I ended up using some Fabuloso antibacterial multi-purpose cleaner. Suds that thing up. Got it real good and clean, and then went right behind it with a Lysol wipe. So, okay. So that's that. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll leave it like this right now. I don't know. It seems pretty sturdy. Maybe I'm just overthinking the process. Okay. So let's see. Maybe I'm just overthinking the process. Lighting is kind of off. Let's see. Bring y'all closer. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right, so we got our gloves. Now, when I was looking for this, why couldn't I find it? I ended up buying some. I could have sworn I told y'all that I couldn't find this alcohol, right? Alrighty then. Okay, so we've got Band-Aids in the bathroom, so these are just extras. Got some tape. And I'm gonna put these in a better bag situation. I got some face masks. So put this like that. All this on. Actually, I need to put these in a better situation so I can organize it better. Got that. And then the rest of this stuff I need to, like I said, put in like a container or something. Like a clear container, or maybe just its own separate bag altogether, like one Ziploc bag instead of a bunch of them. This is not expired, so this is going to go in the bathroom. Actually, you know what? I could just put this right here. Like that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No. I could put this in the bathroom. And then there will just be 2 in there. Let me see. So this basket has cough syrup and the heavier items in here, so we're trying to keep this as light as I can. So I'm just putting the lighter stuff up here. So these. So these are mosquito repellent bands. So I'm just gonna stick those right there. These are toe warmers. And I thought I had some hand warmers, but I guess not. Okay, so that's that. And then I'll come back to these baskets when I get a chance. All right, I think this is what we're gonna go with for now. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I'm glad I did this. So now I just gotta, these are just the heavier items. Cough drops, cough syrup. Actually, I'm gonna put this alcohol in here with that. And in this basket, I'm just gonna take all that out and put it in just a Ziploc bag, or maybe a cleaner Ziploc bag or something. I'm gonna find something for that because I want to put those up here too, although they may not make it up there, but they may actually get put in this box with this stuff, which will free up this basket. So, and I'm thinking maybe I could just put the hair stuff in there. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so that's that on that, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you comment down below, say hello. Take care of yourself, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.